want you people to take a look at something. Come here, take a look at something. Look at this. That. Do you know what that is? Do you people really know what that is? Blood. My fucking blood. That's what it is. That is the blood left over after Grinder was over. After my skull was split open at the hands of that stupid retard mega freak. Oh yes, Grinder proved everything it was supposed to be. Everything that I knew it was going to be. It was going to be a massacre. It was going to be the penultimate pay-per-view of all time. But at whose expense? Whose expense was it? Oh, we know who that is, obviously. Me, the Spectre. Once again, I get screwed. Oh, I knew it was coming. Something was going to happen, obviously. And, of course, everything fit together. All the pieces were put into place. And who's to blame for all this? The BACW owner himself, Mr. Batiste. Mr. Batiste, I don't understand you anymore. Or maybe I have. Maybe I've just finally figured it all out. You know? The thing is, you have completely and totally gone the corporate route. Yeah, I've said it over and over again, and it may get old to some people, but I don't care. If this doesn't prove that you're nothing more than a corporate asshole, then I don't know what does. And I just don't get this. You have just, even at the beginning of the pay-per-view, you've made this announcement that there's not going to be a Grinder 2014. Why? Why? So you can concentrate on the NWA? Well, that there, Mr. Batiste, shows that you have no concern or value at all for your own baby. Your own product, your own creation that you've held together for 14 years. The one that I've been a part of for the better part of 7 years now. 7! And yet you have the audacity to say that you're going to move on to bigger and better things. Concentrate on the NWA. What reason do you have for Mr. Batiste for doing this? I don't understand. You see, you brought this whole alliance, this NWA alliance together for the purposes of bringing together different federations for the betterment of competition and good sportsmanship. Good sportsmanship? What sort of good sportsmanship was it when you, Mr. Batiste, you personally were behind this whole screw job, this whole thing with the monster? I mean, how fucking dare you use somebody like Mega Freak who quite frankly doesn't have the mental capacity, doesn't have the fucking brain cells in his head to figure out the difference between right and wrong. I mean, when he was lifting me up in the air, and he was looking into my eyes, he barely could say. The guy can't put two words together. Do you think he really knew what he was doing? Oh no, he's following the instructions of the guy who's ramming his fucking. Guy who's basically putting the screws to him, feeding him all sorts of god-awful raw meat and shit. No wonder Mega Freak's messed up. And you were behind all this? You were behind it? How dare you disrespect somebody like Mega Freak? Oh, and don't tell me you had no clue. See, I went back and looked at the pay-per-view after the fact, Don't tell me you had no clue that the whole person behind all this was this silent partner. I mean, this was supposed to be a big surprise. Who is the silent partner behind them? The Mega Freak and Morbus? DCP! Who? Oh yeah, I know who DCP is. I know who he is. Derek Cheap Shot Parks, the afterthought of BACW. Where the hell has he been for the past several years? And why is he of any significant importance now that BACW is going to go away, supposedly? Why bring him back? I mean, this is supposed to be some big shock and surprise, and he comes back. It's like when you finally see it, when it's the big reveal of some mega super duper series, and you want to know who done it, who's the guilty party, and then it's finally revealed, the mask is taken off, and it's yeah, it's DCP, Derek Cheap Shot Parks, the guy who hasn't been of any significance for the past several years. Oh. But see, after this pay-per-view, and the way that it went down, and the way that you even allowed my match that I had called and everything to go down, you allowed Sean Jackson, who has done nothing but bitch and moan and complain to you week after week and month after month, and you allow it? I guess it goes to show that a 9-time BACW heavyweight champion is not important to you as someone who has been unproven in BACW. You want BACW to go to hell in a handbasket? Go right ahead and let Sean Jackson Sean Jackson run BACW. Let him be the BACW heavyweight champion, and let it go down the toilet like you want it to. And then the thing with my NWA heavyweight title match, you call it old BACW old school? How old school were you trying to get? To me, BACW old school was beating the fuck out of somebody with a chair and getting away with it, allowing people to get away with it. You talking about BACW old school? You must mean BACW prehistoric fucking times. I mean, oh my God, I used a chair. Oh my God, and this is BACW. Not some sort of other shit like WCCW who can't get their act together. Or fucking ACW. BACW. Badass Championship Wrestling. And you pull this stunt? You allow me to actually hold the NWA Heavyweight Championship in my hands. In my hands, Mr. Petit. And then it gets yanked from me like some aborted fetus from a woman. Oh. I don't know what you're trying to pull, or whose bed you got to sleep in, or whose ass you got to stick your dick in. But I promise you, Petit, you think that by screwing me, that you're doing yourself a favor? Just watch. With me in the background and not running BACW as your champion. What's going to happen? If BACW does close down, I'm going to be the hottest fucking free agent available in the NWA. And where am I going to go? Where will I go if BACW closes down? Who knows? But I bet you, no, I guarantee you, Mr. Petit, that it doesn't matter. I'll be in your NWA. And you'll come to find out that once your BACW closes down, and I'm in some other federation and not in yours, you're going to find out that you really did miss me and valued me all that time. You'll come to realize that I was a champion, a blessing to you, somebody who made money for you, Mr. T, when no one else would, when people are dying, or people are quitting, or people are leaving for whatever reason. I stuck by you for all of 7 years with the exception of 5 months when I was just so pissed off at you. Shit, Michael Barnes, I put that guy over. And this is how you repay me now, 3 years later, after Michael Barnes even dies recently? You repay me by screwing me? You fucking lost your mind, Mr. Petit. You have lost your mind. And in the end, you're going to have no one to blame for all this shit but yourself. It's your fault, Petit.